It's time to Wii. I got 3 Wiis. I spent less than $30 for all 3 of these busted ass pieces of shite. They've all been sold as parts due to the disc drives. Now you may be thinking, Wii, of all things, why waste your time on a Wii, an old console like that? Well, it still had plenty of bangers, plenty of classics, your Marios, your Zeldas, all that stuff. Let's turn them on, find out if there's anything actually wrong with them. Sync the remote, turns on nicely. As I said, disk drive is the problem here, so let's shove in a game that probably doesn't matter if it gets mangled, something like that. Is that able to read? Try another disk just to make sure it's not the disk itself. Let's Death 3 this time. Still no good. Put that one to the side for now since we know it doesn't work. We'll test Wii number 2 for now. We've got Wii number 2 in position now. So it prompted me for a system update as soon as I turned it on, therefore it's reading something off the disc. Thing is, I didn't put a disc in there. So let's let this run its course and find out what's in there. Okay, so this one is reading. It's got a game in it already. Very important message. If you don't follow that, you end up with busted TV.
Throw that ball up in the air, and when I oh, jeez.
Definitely reading games. I'm gonna have a little play off camera. I'm not gonna have a little play off camera. I don't have the bullshit with the bullshit. The extra bullshit on the bottom of it. So look, this one's reading games. And just before we look at Wii number 3, quick word from our sponsor, PCBWay. The greatest PCB manufacturers in the world. Are you looking for top-notch PCB manufacturing? Look no further than PCBWay. With over a decade of experience, PCBWay offers unparalleled quality, fast turnaround times, and unbeatable prices. Whether you need a prototype or mass production, their advanced facilities ensure precision and reliability. With worldwide shipping, you're always in good hands. And if you're not after PCB printing, then they still have a web store where you can get the latest tools, toys, and merch to satisfy your needs. Check them out. I'll leave a link in the description below. So, Wii number 3 is on. Disk drive is probably not required given what we got here. Hey, let's see what it does regardless. Okay, so it does work. So I've really only got 1 Wii with a disk drive problem and 2 working Wiis. Now I am quite interested in that Homebrew. And to be honest, I've never used Homebrew on a Wii before, so I don't actually know what happens here. Pop bubbles. Woo! I've been watching these bubbles traders and nothing's happening. I don't know anything about Homebrew on Wii. I don't have the classic controller. Shit. USB loaded GX. Okay, well I can't use that either. Right, so after testing all 3, these 2 disk drives do actually work and they turn on, so I'm going to say there's nothing wrong with them hardware-wise. Cosmetically, we do absolutely have issues. Scratched, missing covers, the black one's even worse, it's missing more covers. But again, they both work, which means the only one we actually have to deal with is this one. So let's open it up and see what we can see. Hopefully we aren't dealing with some sort of bug bullshit. Not the worst I've seen. I've definitely had ones that are completely covered. Let's try and get a better look at this disk drive. Now we can see the drive itself. Might plug it back in, run it, and see what's going on in there. Alright, so it's not exactly spinning at all. Essentially something in there too tight or the motor is dying. Same error as before. Alright, the first thing I'm going to try is get this top cover off this disk drive if I can. Try and get access to the motor below, see how it feels, and maybe try and run it again without the top cover off maybe. I don't know. But to be honest, I've never worked on a Wii disk drive, so let's just start pulling shit apart. That there is not good at all. That was underneath where the disc was spinning, so that was possibly getting in the way and just causing it to stall. So I just need to try and clean up all this other stuff that's in it too. We've got hair build up, hair build up, hair build up, all over here too. There's more. Give it a bit more of a hit with the air and see if more of them come out. Just to check, a little motor underneath. Doesn't feel like it should be stuck for any reason, so it may have just been all those bits of bug egg. So I'm gonna just put that top lid back on, and then we're gonna try and see it run a disc again. I haven't actually screwed the top of it back in yet, so hopefully it doesn't affect it too badly. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's reading it now. Remember to do that. That's the other thing I should try is the GameCube, see if the GameCube portion works. That was an absolute classic to me. It works. Okay. And since we've seen it in action, we may as well screw it all back together. And that one's back together now. That one's over there, that one's over there. Now that we know that they're all working, I guess the one thing that still stands out is how grubby and dirty and scratched up they are. So let's find a way to get them a bit tidier and cleaner, and also get the missing panels. That didn't all go quite as expected, given that 2 out of 3 worked straight out of the packet. I'm not done with these Wiis. That one that had Homebrew, quite interesting. We'll look at what kind of other mods there are for Wiis in this day and age. Hopefully upgrade these things to make them a bit nicer and more modern. Keep an eye out for that coming soon. Maybe not so soon, I'm pretty slow with this shit. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, drop a comment down below on what you think. Maybe don't if you think it's shit. Let me know your favourite Wii mods so I can check them out for myself.